turning point in my early life came on March the 1st, 317, when my father bestowed upon me the title of Caesar. This honor was both a recognition of my potential and a call to greater responsibility. At just 1 year old, the weight of this title would not fully be felt until years later, but it set the course for my future. From that moment, every lesson, every experience, was a step towards fulfilling the destiny that lay ahead of me. Thus, my early years were a blend of rigorous education, familial dynamics, and an ever-present sense of duty. The legacy of Constantine the Great was a towering one, and as I grew, so too did my resolve to carve out my own place within the annals of Roman history. Little did I know that this journey would lead me through triumph, conflict, and ultimately, a fate entwined with the very essence of the empire itself. The year was 337. My father, Constantine the Great, had passed, leaving a void not only in my heart, but also within the vast Roman Empire. His death marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter fraught with uncertainty and ambition. As one of his heirs, the weight of his legacy rested heavily upon my shoulders. In the aftermath of his passing, my brothers Constantine and Constantinus II and I adopted the title of Augustus, signifying our shared rule over the empire. The division of the empire was both a strategic necessity and a source of potential conflict. I was entrusted with the rule of Britain, Gaul, and Spain. These regions, though prosperous and crucial to the empire, were a far cry from the illustrious capital of Rome. Upon my ascension, I found myself surrounded by advisors and generals, each eager to influence the young emperor. My father's closest confidants, those who had served him loyally, became my most trusted counsel. One of these men, the venerable General Flavius, was a stalwart presence, guiding me through the intricacies of governance and the realities of military command. "Your father's wisdom lives through us," he would remind me, his voice a steady anchor amid the storm of imperial politics. The ceremony that marked my rise to power was a grand affair. Held in the heart of Gaul, it was a spectacle of Roman pomp and circumstance. The air was thick with the scent of incense, and the streets were lined with throngs of citizens, their cheers echoing through the marble avenues. Draped in the imperial purple, I ascended the steps to the throne, my heart pounding with a mix of pride and trepidation. My brothers stood beside me, each of us aware that our unity was both our strength and our greatest challenge. My father's legacy was a beacon, illuminating the path ahead, but also casting long shadows, I reflected, standing before the assembled senators and dignitaries. The crown of Augustus was heavy, not merely in its physical weight, but in the responsibilities it symbolized. The territories under my control were vast, their needs varied, and their loyalty not always assured. In the first months of my reign, I set about consolidating my power. Britain, Gaul, and Spain were lands of immense strategic importance, and I was determined to secure their allegiance. I traveled extensively, meeting with local leaders, military commanders, and the people themselves. These journeys were not without their perils, but they were essential in forging a bond with those I ruled. I took particular interest in the fortifications along the Rhine, knowing that the stability of my regions depended heavily on their strength against potential barbarian incursions. My father taught me the value of presence and leadership, I recalled during one of my inspections of the northern forts. The sight of the Roman legions, their discipline and might, filled me with both pride and a sense of duty. These soldiers were the backbone of my authority, and their loyalty was paramount. I ensured they were well provisioned and well led, recognizing that their success on the battlefield was inextricably linked to my own. However, the unity among my brothers and me was fragile. The seeds of discord were sown early, particularly with Constans. His ambitions mirrored my own, and the territories we governed were contiguous, leading to inevitable tensions. Despite our shared blood, our visions for the empire's future began to diverge. By the year 338, these tensions had escalated. Constantine's actions in Italy and Africa raised concerns and whispers of potential conflict. As rulers, we were bound by our duty to the empire, but as brothers, we were divided by ambition. I saw in Constantine's arrival, his every move a potential threat to my own authority. It was during this period of mounting unease that I resolved to assert my dominance. My decision to claim Italy and Africa was not merely a bid for power, but a strategic necessity. Control of these regions would secure my influence and provide a buffer against Constantine's growing ambitions. Early in the year 340, with my resolve hardened, I began my march towards Italy. The die was cast, and the path to my destiny was set. This journey towards consolidation of power was fraught with both triumph and tension. Each step I took was a testament to my father's teachings and my own burgeoning resolve. The empire, though divided among us, was a singular entity, its strength derived from the unity and resolve of its leaders. As I marched towards Italy, I knew that the coming days would define not only my reign, but also the future of Rome itself. Despite our initial successes, the tide of battle turned against us. Constantine's forces were well prepared, their defenses formidable. As the sun reached its zenith, the battlefield was a chaotic whirl of combat. I found myself surrounded by the enemy, my guards fighting valiantly to protect me. It was then, amidst the chaos and carnage, that fate dealt its cruel hand. A spear found its mark, piercing through my armor. The pain was immediate and excruciating, my vision blurring as I fell to the ground. My father's legacy, I thought, the weight of my ambition crashing down upon me. As darkness enveloped me, my thoughts turned to my family, my brothers, and the empire I had fought so hard to secure. The realization that my quest for power had led me to this moment was both a bitter pill and a stark truth. In the aftermath of the battle, my body was recovered by Constantine's forces. The news of my death spread swiftly across the empire, casting a pall over the lands I had ruled. I was just 24 years old, my reign cut short by the very ambition that had driven me. The death of an emperor is a seismic event, shaking the very foundations of the empire. My passing was no different. Constans, having emerged victorious from our fateful encounter, now faced the monumental task of reconciling the empire's fractured state. The lands I once governed, Britain, Gaul, and Spain, were left in a state of uncertainty, their future now intertwined with the whims of my brothers. My demise was a catalyst for change, a stark reminder of the volatile nature of power. Constans, despite his victory, was not immune to the consequences of our conflict. The burden of ruling such vast territories weighed heavily upon him, and the echoes of our battle lingered in the halls of power. Constantine II, too, was affected, the balance of power shifting in ways that would shape the future of the empire. In the immediate aftermath, the loyalty of my troops and the stability of my regions became paramount concerns. Constans moved swiftly to secure these territories, ensuring that the legacy of our father remained intact. The transition was not without its challenges, as local leaders and military commanders adjusted to the new order. However, the foundations laid by my governance helped to maintain a semblance of continuity and order. The news of my death reached Arelate, my birthplace, with profound impact. The city, which had witnessed my rise, now mourned my fall. The people who had once cheered for the young emperor were now left to grapple with the loss. In the forums and marketplaces, the stories of my exploits and the Battle of Aquileia were recounted, each tale adding to the legend that would surround my name. The legacy of an emperor is etched not only in the annals of history, but also in the hearts and minds of those who lived through his reign. My time as emperor, though brief, was marked by both ambition and conflict. I strove to uphold the legacy of my father, Constantine the Great, and in doing so, I left an indelible mark on the empire. My reign was a testament to the complexities of power and the delicate balance required to maintain it. The territories I governed, Britain, Gaul, and Spain, remained integral parts of the empire, their stability a reflection of the governance I had strived to implement. My efforts to secure these lands, though cut short, laid the groundwork for their continued prosperity and integration within the Roman Empire. In the years following my death, the empire continued to evolve. Constans and Constantine II faced their own challenges and triumphs, each contributing to the ever-changing landscape of Roman rule. The lessons learned from our conflicts and alliances shaped their approaches to governance as they navigated the complex web of politics, loyalty, and power. As for my personal legacy, it is one of both caution and aspiration. My story serves as a reminder of the perils of unchecked ambition and the importance of unity among leaders. Yet, it also highlights the enduring spirit of determination and the pursuit of greatness that defined my life. The empire, though scarred by our struggles, emerged resilient, its foundations strengthened by the lessons of our reigns. In the grand tapestry of Roman history, my thread is but one of many. Yet, it is a thread woven with the intent to uphold the ideals of my father and to contribute to the enduring legacy of Rome. My name, Flavius Claudius Constantinus, will forever be associated with a time of transition, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of imperial glory. Thank you for watching. Our channel, known as the Renaissance Spirit, is dedicated to the pursuits of a just, equitable, and humanitarian world. Video topics encompass areas including history, politics, religion, personal development, society, culture, social and environmental justice and other topics of liberal arts and sciences, including ancient Rome and the Roman Empire, which is a great comparison and contrast of the modern world. Topics perfect for the true modern polymath. The Renaissance ushered in a golden age and the pursuit of knowledge both lost to time and yet to be discovered. It gave birth to the Enlightenment and the Age of Reason. Embracing truth, knowledge, and an understanding and compassion for humanity and our shared history opens up the world to each of us, individually, and improves all of humanity, affording us the opportunity to be better stewards of the earth and to each other. The Renaissance spirit, more than just a philosophy or style, but a style for living, learning, growing and thinking. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share. If you're looking to explore and experience what life has to offer, I'm sure you'll enjoy the other videos on my channel. Please peruse, and let me know in the comments what you get out of them and what other videos you'd like to see. But first, please take the quiz next to see if you're a Renaissance spirit. Live the Renaissance spirit.